Dr. Hill. Thank you for coming. Do you remember this woman?
Oh, the rape victim. It's Carrie Hitchens. Yeah.
And the man?
It's Carrie Hitchens' rapist. It's Carl Blissett.
We now represent Mr. Blissett.
You're defending Blissett?
You did a psychological profile on Mr. Blissett, on the basis of which the police arrested him.
The police arrested him on the basis of physical evidence, including DNA.
Your profile was done roughly 4 weeks before this article appeared. Luckily, the prognosis was wrong, but not the diagnosis. You were operated on for a brain tumour, yes?
A benign tumour. Yes, it was removed. And don't worry, it was only the bit that made me a Sunderland supporter. I'm better now.
But you profiled Mr. Blissett whilst suffering from this tumour.
Yes, my profile was correct. If Blissett hadn't been put away, he'd still be raping now.
What if Carrie Hitchens lied?
She couldn't lie about those injuries.
What if you inflicted them on herself?
What?
2 of Carrie's many sexual partners now say she got them to enact identical violent sexual scenarios to the one she enjoyed with Blissett. And an eyewitness saw her buy the tape with which she was gagged, the flex with which she was bound.
Sorry, why didn't this come up at the trial?
Why didn't this come up before trial? Because the police didn't look. Why didn't they look? Because Blissett fitted your profile. They believed a persuasive shrink and a devious woman and sent our client unjustly to jail.
Carol, it's me. It's not good news, I'm afraid. It's the Blissett case. These new lawyers, they just mugged me with some stuff on Carrie Hitchens. It's bad. They're going after you through me on the grounds I led you astray while cancerous microbes ate my brain. I really thought I was right about him, Carol. I really thought I was.
Helping with the move? No, I work here. Oh, Alex Fielding, Detective Inspector. Paula McIntyre, we didn't expect you today, Mum. We're still sorting out the new offices. Oh, I thought I'd get an early start. You seem to be in a hurry, Paula. We've just had a call. A woman's body's being found at a farm outside town, stuffed in a barrel.
So I'll see you tonight then.
This is DS Kevin Jeffers' mum. Kevin D.I. Fielding. Kevin, do you want to fill me in?
Body was found by a worker's mum. They were laying drainage pipes. Digger nearly cut the barrel in half.
How long has she been here?
Dr. Vernon says between 5 and 15 years. Give or take 10.
Female, 5'4", dead.
Cause of death?
Who are you?
D.I. Fielding, cause of death?
Skull bashed in. Where's Carol Jordan?
Moved on to better things. Anything found with the body?
It's a scrap of clothing. Better things? What could be better than this?
Why is she curled up like that?
How else would it fit in the barrel?
Look forward to your report, Dr. Vernon.
Hey, Carol, it's me again. Thought you'd be back by now. Your mobile's had a service, apparently. But I know you check your office phone. I suppose you're peed off about the Blissett thing, and I don't blame you. Look, if you want me to talk to Carrie Hitchens, I will, but I'm not sure what.
Body was found in a barrel, but they
Good it'll do. Oh, there's Kevin.
body was in the ground. The barrel was unearthed when workers
Hi, Kevin.
laying the drainage pipes in the field came upon it in the soil. The discovery has led to speculation about the disappearance of Mrs. Christine Toynton, who went missing 7 years ago when the same burial site was the scene of the murder.
Kevin, at last.
Dr. Hill. Can I help you something?
I've been wandering around for ages. Where's Carol's office?
Well,
There. Good. No, wait, Dr. Hill, Carol's not...
Okay, 2 minutes, thanks.
Oh, you're not Carol Jordan.
Correct. She's not here.
She was expected back today. I was expecting her.
Who are you?
Tony Hill, I'm doctor. Who are you?
Alex Fielding, Detective Inspector. I'm Carol's replacement.
Didn't know she was being replaced.
Her choice, job or bod. Anyone would have jumped at it.
Carol wasn't anyone. Where?
Johannesburg.
As in South Africa?
Yeah. Scorpions and decryption, please. Look, Dr. Hill, I am really busy today. Is there something I can help you with?
Help me, I'm fine. It's, more how can I help you? The body at the farm.
On top of that one, thanks.
What if there's a pattern?
One body doesn't make a pattern.
Well, the barrel suggests a pattern. What if there's more than one body?
We don't think there are more.
You probably don't know this, but I've done a lot of work with this department, and for better or for worse, and it's usually worse, well, I've got a sort of nose. It's a sixth sense, if you like. Well, except in the film, the dead were still alive. Well, they were hanging around anyway. But in my sixth sense, the dead, they're completely bloody dead. And I wouldn't waste my time or your time if I didn't think there were more bodies.
We don't think there are more bodies.
I bet you.
What?
£200 there are more.
No.
All right, 100.
I don't gamble.
You're wavering.
This conversation's ridiculous.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
I don't need you in this case.
Why not?
Because Bradfield's CID have been looking for this particular body for 7 years. Farmer finds his wife and her lover in bed, confesses to killing the lover, but said that he let the wife go. Now, Tom Cross, Carol's predecessor, was convinced that he killed the wife as well, but never found the body. In fact, the farmer's here now, down in Toynton. Do you want to listen in?
I have told you. I didn't kill that cheating cow. I let her go. It was merciful.
Mr. Toynton, we found her body.
No way. She'll be in Marbella or somewhere. I let her go.
Fine. We'll wait for the autopsy.
Wait! You wait, please. Okay, I did it. I killed her. I mean, what are you gonna do, eh? Send me to prison?
Where did you put her body?
You said you found the body.
Where did you put her, Darren?
I buried her, right? In the field. Mother naked, just like I found her. Her and a toy boy.
You should have taken that bed.
Alex, we weren't expecting you quite so soon.
Thought I'd get a jump and things, sir.
Dr. Hill, I see you've met D.I. Fielding.
Mm-hmm. And the Scorpions had met Carol.
Does the Blissett case ring a bell, Dr. Hill?
Oh, dear. You've heard. Nice meeting you, D.I. Fielding. Oh, why don't you ask Farmer Toynton why he shoved his missus in a barrel?
Dr. Hill.
Did you know about Carol?
Well, I didn't expect it so soon. I mean, none of us did. You said something about the body. Why bury it in a barrel? It's significant, isn't it?
Is it? Ah, we're all just fertiliser anyway, Kevin. Except you wouldn't be fertiliser, not in a plastic barrel. She'd deliquesce in your own constituent juices. She'd slosh around for a few decades, and then she would...
Do you want to see her?
Yes.
Just waiting for dental records to give us an ID.
Was she naked?
Apart from this, silk.
Underwear. The cause of death?
Skull fracture, blunt instrument, probably hammer.
Hammer. That's surprising.
You mean it doesn't fit with your theory?
It's not a theory. It's an intuition. How difficult is it to get a body in a barrel?
I've never put a body in a barrel.
Dr. Hill!
What do you think of Dr. Hill?
Seems about wound up.
No, he was actually quite seriously ill not long ago. Brain tumour, is it a
Melanoma.
That's it. He was operated on, back at work, apparently all tickety-boo, but perhaps not. Because he's now seeing a therapist. You going to use him?
I've never used a psychologist before.
Your predecessor did. There were even whispers that she was over-reliant on him. So what's your next move?
Going home. Good night, sir.
we've got another one.
Here's one for the birthday girl.
Joanna Hilton. Do you want to see my truncheon?
I wish you buried just in the earth, but not like the first one.
Suckers estimate her age.
Harder scientific, but a couple of fake fingernails were preserved. It's a young woman's colour. Right, we dig this place up, house and field, every inch.
Carrie like to be scared. Turned her on.
Yeah. How do you know that, Mr. Blissett?
A murder inquiry after the second gruesome discovery at the Toynton farm. Police found another body, again that of a woman.
She wanted to be dominated, all women do.
Whether there is a connection to the first body, a police spokesman refused to comment.
You managed to ID both bodies already?
One was easy. 2 metal screws in her ankle. Result of a motorbike accident suffered by Mrs. Christine Toynton.
Wife of Darren, when she was 16.
Why didn't you notice that last night?
She wasn't here last night.
I've only had her 20 minutes, so to speak.
So you're saying that Mrs. Toynton is the second body? Not the one in the barrel?
Yeah, the one in the barrel, according to 2 crowns and a botched root canal, is one Phoebe Douglas. Walked out of her parents' home in Reading 6 years ago.
Age 20, never seen since.
Yeah, I'll be in touch.
Saw it on the news. Excuse me, sir, you can't...
Don't want to toot my trumpet, but I told you there'd be more bodies. And, well, here we are. With, obviously, twice as many.
Still only 2. A missing girl from Reading, Phoebe Douglas, and Toynton's wife. Just a coincidence.
You sure?
I've been investigating serious crime for over a decade, I'm sure. What I don't understand, though, is why you're here.
I can't help you, D.I. Fielding.
Thanks. Can manage this alone.
So, we've got a serial killer, Alex.
2 bodies are just a coincidence.
Oh, Phoebe disappeared about the same time Taunton murdered his wife. Maybe you got a taste for it.
This farm was torn to pieces 6 years ago by Tom Cross. Found no trace of a missing woman.
Well, Tom Cross can make mistakes and so can you. You talk to Taunton.
No, Toynton called as soon as he got back to prison, sir. Sun on the Mirror. Off them his story. They said, no thanks, old news.
So we start questioning him about Phoebe Douglas. He'll take credit for it, just so he's got something new to sell.
So you're telling me that even if he confesses to the murder, you're not going to believe him?
Something like that, sir.
Keep me informed.
Dr. Hill, where are you going, sir?
Well, the incident room, of course.
Well, we've had strict instructions. Only those involved in the inquiry can go through. It's all the press, sir, you know. We have to be careful.
No problem. You all right?
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, are they looking after you?
I'm waiting for the detective inspector.
Only because of my daughter.
Mm-hmm. Well, for her sake, I hope she's not in trouble.
She's dead. Only just heard. I've known for years, and I've only just heard.
Mrs. Douglas. My name's Tony Hill. I work with Bradfield Police.
I didn't know. Happy birthday. Yesterday.
Thanks.
I need the Bembridge first quarter projections by noon. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, sure. It's the quiet ones you have to watch.
Phoebe were living at home with me and my husband. She had a job at Tesco's. But she was learning French. She wanted a career in the travel business. One morning she went to work and she never came home.
Did she take anything with her? And that was the last you heard?
We got letters from her. 4 letters. Saying how she found a job and she was happy. And then they stopped.
May I? Thank you.
After 2 years, my husband died. The grief killed him.
Did the police check these?
Even the saliva on the stamps. After 5 years, I asked for them back.
And whose saliva was it? On the stamps?
It was Phoebe's.
You kept her room as it was?
Yes, why?
I'd like to see it.
Mrs. Douglas, Detective Inspector Fielding, I'm sorry to keep you.
Oh, that's all right. I was talking to...
Yeah, Dr. Hill was just leaving.
Thank you. Carol, I read Phoebe's letters. It's, dear Mum and Dad, my new job is good, and I'm making friends. It's the same each time, except with a variation on a phrase. I feel I'm discovering my real self, or I'm attaining my full potential. He manipulated her to leaving. He made her write all the letters to buy time. I don't think Phoebe is the first or the last. I mean, this guy, he sniffs out the restless and the vulnerable, and he's doing it right now, but I can't get through to your complacent replacement.
Phoebe Douglas's mother has just identified her body. She's our murder victim. Paula, contact Reading CID. Ask for the case files. Kevin, look at Taunton Farm. Find out who had access to it over the years. And find out everything you can about the barrel that Phoebe was buried in. You should also check missing persons, women between 16 and 40.
What area?
UK. Go back 10 years.
That is hundreds of women.
That's right.
Any way to narrow it down?
Nope.
So we are looking for a serial killer.
We're looking for Phoebe's killer. So tomorrow I'm going to take a drive down to Reading, take a look at where she lived, see what that tells me. Good work, everyone. And good night.
You like to stay late, does she? Can I help you, Mr. Loomis?
Do you know where Joanne is?
Probably still sleeping off a hangover.
Joanne's not like that.
Phoebe's room's up here. Tea's made. I'll get another cup.
All right, thanks.
Hi there.
I'll leave you two alone.
Something's come up. Can I call you back?
Yes.
Thanks.
You have got no right to be here.
I've as much right as you. Mrs. Douglas, she asked me, and she trusts me.
Because you misrepresented yourself.
You need me. You have no idea what's going on. You have no idea who this girl is, or who took her, or why.
You arrogant prick. You think this is the first missing girl that I've dealt with?
I don't know, is it? I mean, is she?
You know nothing about her.
Please, you let me look round this room and I will. It's all here. Why Phoebe was targeted, why she wrote those letters, and why she left home. I mean, for starters, she's no genius. Look at these books. I mean, it's all self-help rubbish. But this... and this... yeah, this is what kept her home every night. You know, she's getting off on zapping monsters or being wooed by heroes. Her life, it's fantasy. It's all leather and chains. This. And hearts and fluffy rabbits. Oh. Sealed with a loving kiss. You can't compete. And the letters she wrote home, I'm fulfilling my potential, I'm widening my horizons. It showed she longed for more. So some man fed that longing till he could lead her wherever he wanted, and wherever he wanted wasn't good. So, how did he meet her? How did he fulfill that longing?
Okay, how?
I don't know.
Is that all?
That's all I've got.
So this girl is into fantasy. How does that explain how she ended up in a barrel? You've made no sense of this girl, or any girl, not in a way that I can use.
Have you found anything?
It's been really useful. I think
She had a friend. A special friend.
I don't know anyone.
Yes, you do. Who shared her secrets.
She had no secrets from me.
Yes, she did. Who was she on the phone to after you'd gone to bed? Talking for hours. And it wasn't you, Brenda.
I knew she was trouble. I told Phoebe.
Who was she, Mrs. Douglas? Kathy Mills. We worked at Tesco's together.
I told the cops everything I knew when Phoebe went missing.
What about her boyfriends?
She wasn't into boys. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Look, she had love letters in her room.
Billy does. Believe me, Billy didn't. You stop that.
Just, you've got two great big holes in your ears and you've got one in your nose. What are they for? Rings? Studs? You even got one in your chin. Don't they let you wear them at work?
None of your business.
What were you, a goth? Phoebe's mum said you were a bad influence.
Well, sorta.
Did you persuade Phoebe to get pierced as well?
Phoebe didn't need persuading. She acted all vanilla, but she was into it. Her mum would have flipped.
Was her boyfriend a secret as well?
Told you, she wasn't into boys.
What was she into? Women? Did you persuade her in that way as well?
What are you, a perv? Piss off!
What's your secret, Kathy?
Leave me alone!
Please, Kathy, talk to us.
Kathy, we're begging you. Women are still dying. It's not just Phoebe. Please.
Okay. She wrote to me. One letter.
Do you have it?
No. I burnt it like she told me. Said she was going to meet him. The one.
I've got stuff on Phoebe's barrel. It has 8 digits of a 10-digit product code. Body acids corroded the rest.
What's that give us?
Well, the barrel was part of a batch used by AC Chemicals in 1999 to transport silicon sulfate. Used in building insulation.
Transport of where?
PD Thacker, construction company here in Bradford.
That is brilliant, Kevin. Get on to Thacker's.
Yeah, well, not so brilliant. Thacker's went out of business in Feb 2000 after Phoebe disappeared. But apparently there's a market for second-hand barrels in their industrial waste, some oil, animal feed, fertiliser.
Which could have been used at the farm.
And burying a 55-gallon barrel.
I'll take more than one man with a spade.
Maybe the hole was already there. Did Tom Cross even bother digging up that field looking for Taunton's wife?
All the crime scene pics might tell us.
Check. What about missing persons?
Only about 3,000 candidates.
Well, keep on it.
I'll call back in an hour.
Right, we need to limit the search to girls who sent letters after they disappeared.
So it's finding you involved.
Well, I'm here, aren't I?
Not my invitation.
What are you afraid of?
Nothing. I just trust my experience.
But not mine.
Frankly, no. Sorry, but that's the way it is.
Alex. So is that from Alexandra or Alexis? You married?
None of your business.
It's just there's blonde hairs on you. That's none of my business.
That's Phoebe's. Why have you got that?
Well, it was the only anomalous thing.
What do you mean by anomalous?
Didn't understand it.
It's not what anomalous means. D.I. Fielding?
Welcome, Joanne. In the drawer in front of you, there is an envelope. In the envelope is your contract. Press pause and read.
I was online. Police business. It's a credit card, you twat. Wondercard. Yeah, and I paid for this machine.
Police, can you just calm down?
Yeah, right. What is this? A double act? Oh, machine.
Stop raising your voice. He's with us.
He's on that computer over there.
Calm down. Can I get you a cappuccino or something?
No, I don't want a cappuccino. I was on that computer.
Got it. Just couldn't think of the name.
Look, you haven't seen it.
You cannot do that, Dr. Hill.
The World of War. It's a bunch of books about a world where women are slaves.
What's this got to do with Phoebe?
It was in her room, wasn't it? She's a Berean. Every organism has its place in nature, and that of a woman is at the foot of man.
Look, I'm going back. I've got some real leads to follow up, not this nonsense.
No, it's not nonsense. No, but I understand it now. See, Phoebe, she was a dutiful daughter. She saw where she was heading. Job, marriage, kids, following in her mother's dull footsteps. She wanted to lose control. She wanted to be controlled. And she met the man who could...
Where'd she meet him?
Well, it wasn't at Tesco's. Look, he shows her what it is to be mastered. You know, kinky sex, S&M. Maybe he gets carried away and he can't stop. I mean, after all, once you chain someone up, why'd you let him go?
Look, stop! The way you talk. It makes no sense to me.
Thank you. Now we can start.
What's going on here?
Boss, the brief is too wide. Not one of those is definite.
Well, you tried using letters, postcards to narrow it down.
Yeah, there were hundreds. From America, Australia, Iceland. Gave us nothing.
What about cults? That's when the loonies really started crawling out the woodwork.
Are you aiming to solve all the crime in England on the back of this case?
We're looking at the possibilities, sir.
And that's because you now believe that the first body at the farm was the work of a serial killer, a theory you initially dismissed?
We're considering it, yes.
Some serial killer, Alex. Even Dr. Shipton would be hard-pressed to massacre so many. I hope Dr. Hill isn't helping you, because I'd hate to think that this confusion was the result of his intervention.
No confusion, sir. And Dr. Hill is not involved in this case. Yes.
You want to know how they met? The answer is they didn't.
Who's this?
There's Tony Hill. Phoebe's friend said
Phoebe was going to meet her man. Going to meet. In other words,
they hadn't met, but he still knew her. Or she?
You him. How?
How did you get this number?
Stare me right in the face.
The internet. It's the S&M metropolis. I mean, I googled it.
How many matches there are for bondage? 23 million. I mean, talk about widening your horizons.
As for and stuff, it's nothing. It's just a gateway to...
Dr. Hill. I don't want your help.
Look. You have no idea what's going on.
Listen to me. You damaged Carol Jordan.
Do you want to damage me too? Now, I
I
don't
don't want you to call me again.
This is the crime scene from Tom Cross's investigation in '99.
So it looks like he only dug within 100 metres of the field. Explains why he didn't find where Torrington buried his wife.
Yeah, but he didn't miss where Phoebe was buried. This is our crime scene.
Phoebe must have been buried after he'd finished.
Oh, during. All the stuff was there. Forklifts, diggers.
I've got something, boss. I've been checking who was working at the farm around the time Phoebe disappeared. A firm called Mattison Transport was supplying cement to the farm next door.
Can you link Mattison's to the barrels?
I think so. It's slim, but Mattison's used to do deliveries for Thacker's, the firm that had the barrel.
Hang on, I saw something, Dee, from the original crime scene pics. There. Logo on the van.
Mattison's. Excellent.
So, how can I help D.I. Fielding?
I'm investigating an incident that happened a few years ago. It's possible that one of your employees could help us. We'd like to take a look at your driver schedules.
How many years ago?
February 2000.
Linda will tell you. We don't keep records that long. What's the incident?
I'm afraid we can't disclose that.
Then I can't disclose my records.
It involved a job at Torrington Farm.
What, the young woman that's just been found? What, you think one of my lads is... What's your evidence?
We know that your trucks were at the farm around the time of her murder.
So it's a murder inquiry. Yeah, well, as my trucks are out all over England, I can't really see that your evidence is evidence.
I can come back with a warrant.
Go on then. How good's your evidence, Alex?
Good enough that someone with nothing to hide would want to cooperate. I just want to look at his personnel files.
Larry Mattison has already called me. He feels you're on a fishing expedition.
You don't trust me and my instincts. I might as well leave.
Alex?
Roger, this is D.I. Fielding. D.I. Fielding, this is Roger Grayson, my deputy. I'll give you what you want.
What do they want?
Driver schedules, logbooks, personnel files.
Everything back to Feb 2000.
Do you need a warrant? Well, we've been computerising records since 1999.
Marvellous things, computers. Don't have a clue myself.
You can take it from here, Kevin. Call me at home if you get anything. What are those names?
Madison employees whose routes took them to Toynton Farm were within 20 miles of Reading around the time that Phoebe Douglas disappeared.
Good. Pull them in.
On what evidence, Gov?
Sometimes you find evidence, sometimes you shake it loose.
Joke. I love you for this, darling.
I'm not your darling. It's fine, Mr. Ambrose. Come on.
Get off me, stupid bitch! All right. Come on, do it! Come on! Get off me! Calm down. Get off me! This is a fit-up.
Take a seat, Mr. Ambrose.
I want me lawyer.
Sit down. Have a wank while you wait.
Hello? Tim Eccles? Dr. Hill? What's up?
I need some help. It's a big case. Well, the team, we need a spot of technical, expert computer sort of advice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's how to get the chat room screen name from the, the chatterer himself.
Well, this is police business, is it?
Yeah.
Funny that, because the team already knows what to do.
Oh, really?
Really? First, contact the website to get the email address of the sender, then contact the ISP to get the name of the email of the account holder. Before you do all of that, you first need to get a warrant.
Right, if hypothetically it wasn't police business, what would a civilian do?
He would call the police.
Look, what is this? You just sitting there. If you want to ask questions, just ask.
What?
I don't bloody know. Why'd you bring me in here if you don't know? Hey.
How's she doing?
Interesting. She's getting to him.
She better be. She's putting her neck on the block going after Madison.
Yeah, at least she's got balls.
She's putting them on the block too.
Okay, you made your point.
Do you know why police spend so much time looking at pornography?
Because they get off on it.
Because they're looking for evidence of serious crime. Missing persons, runaway kids.
They still get off on it.
No, it messes them up. It messes a lot of people up. You know, really nasty sex crime cases. We always find porn, just like this. We're going to get a warrant for your computer, Stuart. I'm going to go where you've gone, see what you've seen. And then we're going to talk again.
You want to see Tim Eccles?
Did I?
He called me. You try passing yourself off as working with me on my team again, and I will arrest you!
Get off your broomstick! I'm solving your case for you!
I beg your pardon.
I know who's doing it. He finds his victims in S&M chat rooms.
How did you come up with this shit?
Because I've been there. I've got screen names, suspects, lots of them. And if Tim Eccles was less of a crawler, we'd have been tracking him down by
We've got real leads due to real investigations. We've got a trucking firm under investigation.
A trucking firm? A truck driver didn't do this. This man charms. He seduces. He is way too sophisticated.
Peter Sutcliffe was a truck driver, you bloody snob.
Well, just because I don't appreciate the subtlety of the crime.
You appreciate this bastard. Mom. You stay away, please. Don't mind damaging me, you're damaging yourself. He just turned up. Heard we'd reopened his missing daughter case. Sally Hayter. Did we reopen the case? She was one of the names that came up when we did the missing persons search. You all right?
I'm fine, thanks.
Mr. Hayter, I'm Alex Fielding.
How do you do? Folks in CID said there'd been a development.
I'm really sorry, it was a mistake.
But you must have had a lead. Something.
It was a potentially similar MO, that's all. Nothing came of it.
They said you'd asked for letters. I have copies of Sally's here.
Folkestone have sent us what they had.
Photocopied the envelopes, too. Sally only went missing 4 months ago. Don't give up on her. Please.
Dear Mr. Loomis, I am sorry to leave so suddenly. I'm discovering fresh horizons and new capabilities in myself. I have found the person I want to be, Joanne.
Yeah, I forgot my damn blackboard.
The Westman VAT returns on your desk.
to my true potential. Dr. Hill, it's Alex Fielding. I need to talk to you.
Oh, careful. I might damage you.
I think another girl has just discovered new horizons.
It's Sally's handwriting, but I don't sound like her. Not at all.
Does Sally have a computer?
Only at work. Police examined it, said they didn't find anything.
What was Sally's job?
Legal secretary. She's a right girl. Please, what's happening?
These letters have almost identical phrases to letters written by another girl that disappeared 6 years ago.
Did you find her?
Yeah. Two of the letters have postmarks from Bradfield, so it's possible that Sally met her kidnapper here. And she's a beautiful woman, and she went missing recently. What we'd like to do is go public and appeal for witnesses.
Well, not just panic whoever's taken her.
It might.
No. If there's even the slightest chance that she's still alive, I'm not going to jeopardize.
She's not.
Four months is too long, I'm sorry. He would have moved on.
That letter's only 6 weeks old.
It doesn't matter. He makes his victims write all the letters at once, and then he posts them from different places over an extended period of time.
Victims? How many girls are there?
We don't know. That's why we need to go public. Stop other families going through what you have.
Four months ago, my daughter Sally disappeared from our home. We didn't expect her to leave. We had no sense that she was unhappy. We think she travelled north to Bradfield. She wrote 4 letters assuring us she was well. The letters spoke of new challenges, new horizons of finding herself.
Broadening my
Anything
horizons, fulfilling my real potential. Broadening my horizons, I find myself.
Yeah, it's Jeffrey's Bradfield Police. Yeah, that's right. Says Sally hated. Do you have any information? A spaceship. Really?
Sally Hayter making a public appeal earlier today with Bradfield Police.
Bradfield, CID, hello?
My friend's disappeared.
When did she go missing?
3 days ago. Her name's Joanne Railton.
And why do you think she's missing?
I work with her at a chartered accountant. Joanne just disappeared. Our phone went round to her flat, no sign. Just one email to our boss who she can't stand. It's not like her.
What did the email say?
Just that she'd got a new job and found herself. It didn't sound like something.
We've got another missing girl. All just hung up, sounded terrified.
Kevin?
We might have a lead, Gov. Another woman.
Went missing 3 days ago.
Where from?
Leeds.
A colleague called it in.
We lost contact with her.
Oh, how did that happen?
She just hung up, didn't answer again. She was calling
From a big accountancy firm. Local cops are checking the premises and Paula's on her way.
I'm coming in. Where's Dr. Hill?
Finding victims. Got 7 now.
7 women in 6 years. Shows commendable restraint.
All right, answer me your own question. If it's such fun killing women, why so few?
Well, A, I don't think killing is fun for him, and B, as long as they play by his rules, then they are more or less safe.
And if they break the rules?
Then they are more or less unsafe.
Found her, all right. Scared out of her wits. Her name's Amanda Roker. Says her pal's being kidnapped, she knows who by.
Who?
Her boss, Peter Loomis.
Why him?
Says she sneaked a look at his computer. Had all his kinky photos on it.
Where is Mr. Loomis?
We're checking his home address. Understood.
It's rather hard to deny, Mr. Loomis.
Photos are a part of our security system. We handle a lot of sensitive information. We thought Joanne might be a security risk.
Is that why you got the camera to look down her cleavage?
That was an accident. I was going to talk to the operators about that.
And the spy wearing her computer, was that an accident too?
It's company policy, same for everyone. We don't use it to spy on people.
Where is Joanne, Mr. Loomis?
I don't know. I really wish I did.
But you care about her?
Yes.
But you've just said she was a security risk. Whose security? Yours?
I think I need a lawyer.
Why? We're just trying to find Joanne.
Where did she go on the computer?
I don't know. It's company policy.
Come on, she's gorgeous. I mean, who wouldn't want to spy on her, eh? Just tell us where she went. You know, websites, chat rooms.
I didn't spy on her.
Our forensic people are going through her computer now. They're going to replicate every keystroke she ever made. Now, if you really do care about Joanne, you could save us a lot of time.
Joanne's computer had file scrubbing software on it. It's wiped the hard drive clean. Tim Eccles says he might have better look in the lab, but...
What do you think?
Well, does he have bad thoughts? Yes. Does he act on them? Well, not yet.
Bring them back to Bradfield. Why do you dismiss Loomis?
I don't dismiss Loomis. I just don't think it's him.
Why not?
Because the relationship our killer has with women, it involves distance, anonymity, shedding of inhibitions. In other words, the net, working side by side in an office, well, it just doesn't. Well, it just doesn't.
Yeah, but even in an office, you can have an anonymous relationship online.
You're right, I'm completely wrong, right?
And Carol Jordan might have found that funny and just found it really annoying.
Oh, don't worry. You found it annoying as well.
Dr. Hill, will you give us a profile?
I'm a clinical psychologist, not a profiler. I think porn. I think he's addicted to pornography. And like any addiction, overuse, it desensitizes. So he moves on to the real thing. Finding willing women isn't hard. And he offers and dangles job opportunities, a lifestyle. And these women, they throw away everything for him. But all he wants is sex. It's hard, violent, destructive sex.
So if he's got Joanne, Sally's dead.
I think so.
Where did we find them?
On his victims' computers. But he's ahead of us. He makes them cover their tracks. He makes them scrub their software, their hardware. He makes them scrub their everything.
Where does he keep the women?
And how does he get rid of them? He's not still burying barrels in fields.
Where does he keep them? Somewhere comfortable. It's a house, a flat. Where does he bury them? Well, not in the field.
How do you know?
Well, I don't know. I think Phoebe was the first. Skull bashed in. He panicked, you know. Body in a barrel. It's over elaborate, improvised. Now he's finessed. He's moved on. And he's got away with it for 6 years.
Who is he?
Businessman, educated, able to charm.
Like Peter Loomis?
Yeah, just like him. Yeah.
Like every businessman in England?
So it's not one of my better profiles.
Tim Eccles, go. He's got something?
Something, actually. Cookies on Joanne's computer. File scrubber overlooks 2 cookies in an operating system.
For what side?
Yeah. Zadar.com. Heavy-duty bondage stuff.
Zadar. They're the priest kings. They're rulers of war.
Get a warrant for the website.
And I didn't have to. They freaked out and we phoned them up. Coughed up her screen name, her chat room history. She did a lot of chatting, but only to one in this area. Dominic. Dominic's real name is Stanley Malden. Email account goes to 25 Anza Way, Bradfield.
Well, one to you, it's not Peter Loomis, but one to me. Guess who's based at 25 Ansell Way? Madison Transport, you still think it's not a truck driver?
right, actually, because I need to do my work. And
Linda.
Mr. Mattison's not in. We can't.
Does Stanley Malden work here?
I've never even heard the name.
Then check your records.
Gov, Mattison said he didn't know anything about computers. He's got spreadsheets, flowcharts.
What happened? What's going on?
All right, come on. Let's get all these barrels out.
Found Stanley Malden.
Yeah, I might have found his graveyard. Did a truck driver do this?
Well, as you said, Peter Sutcliffe was a truck driver.
The internet, the seduction, the clever policies.
Those were purely my speculations, Alex. I don't see him. I mean, it could be anyone. It could be everyone. It could be me.
What's going on here?
Just watch yourself.
Well, if the police want to clear up my yard, that's fine by me.
And if they find the bodies of 7 women, is that also fine?
You're really getting desperate, that.
Do you know a Stanley Malden?
No. Who is it?
He works for you.
I know every one of my employees is now Stanley Malden. Unless, of course, he's hiding in those barrels. No, he's not in that one.
Nothing on payroll, I'm afraid. Are you sure you've got the right name?
Oh, it's an email account. Can you check automatic payments?
What's the account used for? Porno?
Chatting up girls on the net.
Sounds fun. Well, what do you know? Stanley Malden. Link pay account. Paid by direct debit every month.
Who authorised the payment?
Oh, it's the authorisation code.
Whose?
Lawrence Mattison's. Well, it's always the vanilla ones that surprise you.
You're entitled to a lawyer.
I'll save him for when I sue you.
You authorised payment to an email account belonging to Stanley Malden.
No, I didn't.
You made up the name Stanley Malden.
No, I didn't.
We're searching your business, your computers, your home, Mr. Madison.
Well, I hope you put everything back when you're finished.
Well, it fits your profile. A successful businessman.
Yeah, that's T.I. Fielding's. You could arrest half of England on my profile. I don't know, Madison, he's too straight.
It's the vanilla ones who surprise you.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, what did you say? Vanilla? What did you say?
I didn't say it, Roger Grayson did.
Who?
Roger Grayson works for Matson he was talking about.
When?
When he recognised Matson's code on the email account.
It's not him! It's not him! It's not him!
Oh, is that God?
How dare you do that?
Look, don't waste your time. He's not right.
Then who is it? Who? I mean, you change your mind every 2 seconds.
It's someone who knows what vanilla means. Vanilla? The term, it's used by S&M adepts for anyone or anything that's not part of the S&M world. Vanilla, remember? Think about it.
Phoebe, a friend,
Kathy Mills.
said that she acted all vanilla but wasn't.
Roger Grayson also said it. Vanilla.
Well, he's just Matson's office boy.
How old is he?
I don't know. 40s?
What, a 40-year-old office boy? What went wrong?
Quickly now. We haven't much time. It's all right. You're quite safe.
I never thought I was going to get out of here. No!
Quite safe. I'll look after you. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes.
The life of Roger Grayson. He's a dot-com casualty. Made an absolute fortune from his internet startup, poured it into multi-million-pound property deals, and then lost it all. Guess what the name of that company was? Zadar. Zadar.net. Businessman of the Year in 1997, and then gets kicked out of the association in 1998 for non-payment of dues. I mean, talk about a grudge.
How'd it end up in Matson's?
Ah, His wife, Linda, worked at Madison since 1996. Yep.
Linda's Grayson's wife?
Mm-hmm.
Or Madison's secretary? So you're saying look at Grayson?
Yeah.
Because he said vanilla. We're pulling in people left, right and centre. Got nothing on any of them.
Why?
Sorry, Mum, but we're starting to look like idiots.
How does Joanne connect to Grayson?
Joanne Rail met someone called Dominate in a bondage chat room. Dominate is Stanley Malden, who works at Madison Transport. Stanley Malden, he doesn't exist. But Roger Grayson does. He operates the computers and accounts at Madison Transport, and he has S&M proclivities. He was once a real estate tycoon. He was king of the cyber universe. And now he's an office boy at a trucking firm. So he takes his revenge out on the bodies of these women.
You must know that we are close. What does that mean for Joanne? Is she alive or dead? Dr. Hill, is she alive or are we looking for a corpse?
He lost everything once. He'll have an instinct for self-preservation.
I think she's dead.
Grayson?
Yeah.
Read on his rights, Kevin. Can you step aside, please?
Victor Roger Grayson, you're being arrested on the suspicion of the abduction of
For some reason, the police
Look upstairs, see if there's an attic. Someone in the garden. She's in the basement.
Excuse me, what's this about? Can you tell me why you're here? What's going on? Please, just tell me, explain yourself. Why you're here?
Oh, no, don't bring it up, stop! It's a degaussing loop. We just wiped the entire hard drive.
Great, thanks very much. That was a really expensive bit of equipment, actually.
Bring her in as well.
What exactly are we supposed to have done?
Just step back.
Hold on a minute. What's that in the back of her dress? I cut my hand.
And you got blood in the back of your dress.
Hello. I'm Tony Hill.
Oh, you got my hat. Thank you for trying to save my computer.
Ah, sorry I failed.
Me too. So, why are you here, Tony Hill?
To talk to you.
Oh, you must be a psychologist.
Why must I?
Well, you seem too bright to be a policeman.
Thank you. Need a bit of building up.
Still, I don't mean to be self-centered, but, you know, what about me? Stuck in the nick. Accused of murdering hundreds of women.
Well, it's not exactly hundreds, but yes, it must be tough. Must be.
What?
I used to be good at this.
Good at what?
In the interest of full disclosure, I had a bit of my brain cut out. And now it's just not, it's not happening.
Perhaps you should see Frank. just talk to me, Tony. Tell me stuff about my childhood, or the size of my penis, and my mum's tits. And I'll just break down and tell you where all the bodies are hidden. Really? Really, no. Sorry.
What have I brought down? And I begged for mercy. Not for me. For the women. For Joanne.
Apparently they're already dead. So there's no need to embarrass yourself. Look, Tony. One, I really don't know anything of it. Two, I'm innocent.
Shouldn't that be one? I'm innocent. Two, I don't know anything.
In my opinion, you really should see a shrink.
He is right. I do need to see my shrink.
Not until you show me what you can do.
You've just seen what I can do. Nothing.
I don't accept that. You can get through to me, you can get through to Grayson.
I go through to you?
Why don't you try his wife?
There are women there, harder to crack.
What would Carl Jordan do?
Women beware, women. Carol would go in there, alone, and I would talk to her.
Want a good place to hide bodies? Try the old Fulton Steelworks.
What are you talking about?
It's one of Grayson's property deals. In 1997, he invested heavily in redevelopment of the Fulton site. Wanted to make it a yuppie heaven, but forgot the geological survey. The place was floating on methane. Deal collapsed. Grayson got burned.
It's cleaned up, huh?
You really wanted them to believe.
Hotel, pin on camera. Yep. We think this is where the bodies are buried, sir.
We meaning you and Dr. Hill?
He's been invaluable.
You really think this latest girl's still alive?
We have to assume that, sir.
Right, well, it's a big place. You're going to need more men. Get on to it.
Dr. Hill, the methane traces are confusing the dogs. I need your help.
I'm not a dog.
If we don't find the bodies, we've got nothing on Grayson, nothing on his wife, nothing. They'll walk.
All right. You know she doesn't like you, so get under her skin.
Sit down.
And You know more than she does. Tell her you've already matched the blood to Joanne.
We matched the bloodstain from your dress to the missing girl.
How did you do that?
DNA.
In the best circumstances, a DNA match takes many days. You've only had my dress a few hours.
I was a nurse, dear. Don't lie to me.
Oh. I'm sorry, Alex.
A woman gets a little power, throws her weight around to disguise some insecurity. There's probably a man on the other side of that glass telling you what to say.
Actually, there is. Really clever man.
He's talked to me through an earpiece. Tell me what he sees.
What your body language tells him.
About your looks.
Personality. Relationship with your husband.
Relationship with husband, that made her twitch. Age difference, sex.
You work hard to stay attractive, don't you, Linda? Roger likes him so much younger.
Roger and I are very happy.
As long as he gets his bit in the side.
He gets everything he wants from me.
No. Computers, chat rooms.
You know what all his time in chat rooms suggest? All those women he talks to.
You can look. As long as he doesn't touch.
Oh, but he does touch, Linda. We found the room where he takes his girls.
You're trying to make me jealous.
Camera.
What?
Sorry, on the camera. Does she watch?
We found the spy camera. Now, is that for him? Or is that for you?
That's disgusting.
And humiliating seeing your own husband with all those little tarts. Or maybe that's what you enjoy.
You have no idea what I enjoy.
What did you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
I'm not saying another word.
He records everything that happens in the room. Is that for him or for her? She hates the little tarts. She wouldn't.
Wouldn't what?
But what if he records everything that happens after the room?
What do you mean, Tony?
That's the bargain he has with his long-suffering wife, Alex. He gets him alive, she gets him dead. That's what she enjoys. Watching pretty girls slowly dying.
How would she see?
You'll set it up for her. There'll be a camera where they're buried. There'll be a transmitter.
Should we give him that signal? Or should we be picked up by scanner?
You've got a lot of ground to cover as quickly as possible.
Radio's off until I say otherwise.
We got something over here.
Joanne? Joanne, can you hear me?
Over here! She's in here! Guys, open there! Over here! She's in here!
Mrs. Stannis! Quickly!
It's Joanne! She's alive!
Hill, please leave a message.
I thought you should know. We're still finding bodies in the steelworks.
Sally Heater was amongst them, only recently dead. Maybe if I'd listened to you sooner, we might have done better. I don't know. Anyway, if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't have got any of them back. I'm glad they didn't cut out all your brain. Good night, Tony.
You're the hand that holds a blade, but I am the voice that tells you where to cut. Makes you angry.
The news is saying the girl was stabbed to death. Is that true?
Difficult to say exactly.
Or was she bled to death? Tied down and cut over and over.
Two killers working together.
No, this isn't teamwork.
This is master and slave control.
You're all so wound up, you can't see beyond that image.
So who did this?
Well, that's easy. Derek Tyler did this.
Who's Derek Tyler?
Well, that's where we've got a bit of a problem. Tyler was IQ tested for the trial. He scored about 80 on the Stanford Binet, which is below average intelligence. He also displays characteristics consistent with paranoid schizophrenia. So what does that tell you?
He's a psycho.
I'll choose who you take, and I tell you how you do it. So you're small and weak and empty, but that doesn't matter, because I fill you, I expand you.
I have a team on standby ready to execute.
I make you into something you can only dream of.
I'm coming over. We've got this wrong.
Please help me.
Make sure you're with us when Wire in the Blood returns next week. And tomorrow in Sun Hill, the entire station is in shock as the investigation begins into the murder of a popular colleague. Don't miss another gripping episode of The Bill, 8:30 tomorrow night on ABC.